so punctual. Already. Okay. Peter.
I know what your words. Not your words are gonna be. Not your words are gonna be.
What?
Probably you probably gonna be like that quick.
I was like getting ready to do your intro and everything. Yeah, you know?
You probably still had a song ready for me.
Like I was literally like just like this is him, this is his real name, this from whatever. Then the intro, but we out here.
Nah, apologies. That was spoiling your planned intro.
You know, I think it's gonna give me justice to do it, man. Let me do it, and then we can act like
I'll sit back. I'll sit back. I'll give you the spotlight. I'm ready. No pressure.
Okay.
No pressure.
Go. Okay. Everybody who's tuned in today, beautiful, welcome to This Is Nadine, and it is Nadine's Corner. This evening we do have the legend, the one, Meneer C.
The legend already. The legend.
Love it. First of all, we have some actors here, we got some pastors here, we got guys from America here as well. Pastor Kevin Mayfield, Bonga Dlamini. Wow. Okay, cool.
Smile, how's it? Let's mark the register. Let's mark the register. Bonga, you good?
Yeah. I want to say, where have you been, guys? He's gone viral on TikTok. I know there was like 27 million views for the one song, Meneer C. And then, of course, the 28 million. Extra 1 mil. Come on now. And then, of course, digital sales that went over 10,000 units for the one song. And then you have, I know you got your plate with you there everywhere. I think it's probably in your room somewhere.
Now you just have to get
Yes, King. Come on now.
You just had to. It's one of those moments. It's that Candyman moment. Say its name 3 times and it appears.
You better recognize. But look, first of all, let me start off the correct way. Thank you for your time. We've been waiting 3 weeks to do this because you've been on tour and whatever. So I want to say thank you for taking the time out to do this interview, as well as your management to keep in contact for so long. I was busy, you were busy, but here we both are. Okay, so little birdie actually told me that you teach with a friend of mine. I never knew that.
Yep. That's where the name comes from.
Meneer C.
Yep, Meneer C. Actual Meneer.
Wow, I never knew that.
Your volume's a bit. Nadine, just try going closer to the phone. Your volume's a bit
soft.
Yeah, I don't know for some reason. You just have a
Is it better?
Is it better? Be on my side. Let me do this. Do that. There we go.
Is that better?
Try now. Still nothing.
Should I go out and then come back in?
Alright?
Should I go out and come back in?
Go out where? What? Go out the room?
From the live. Everyone says about
Wait, I think let me get earphones. I think I'm gonna get earphones quickly.
Okay, cool.
Just get my earphones.
Anyway, those of you that just joined while he's getting his earphones, if you don't know about Mr. C, he's not only released a one song, he's released a song title by the name of Sis. He's released Yo Pagoda. He's released Muni Baizani, which I know a patriotic guy uses his slang when he enters something. Just say he's familiar with the green shirt. He's that guy. Okay? Muni Baizani. So if you only know him from the one song, he's definitely known with the other songs as well. His videos are viewed over 50,000, and he's pretty dope. Okay, I know. I read some of his articles. He wants to collaborate with Early B, one day, as well as Biggie. So, okay, can you hear me better now? Is it better?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, that's better. So let's get into it. I want to ask you 3 words to describe Meneer C. What would it be?
3 words. 3 words. I'm gonna do one better. I'm gonna make all of those words. The words are crazy, chaotic, but controlled.
Ooh.
Now, what do those 3 words have in common?
It starts with the C. Triple C.
Smart. Wordplay. But no, like if I must now elaborate on it, yeah, definitely. The crazy aspect is more, it's something that you kind of have to be. It's what sells. It's what it's stepping into that part of you, that insane part of you. Whereas the chaotic aspect is the stage aspect, the performance aspect, that part. But then with that, you also got to remember you have to remain calm. You have to remain controlled. There has to be that, that there has to be a funnel where all of this crazy energy can be directed towards, or else you just end up losing your marbles.
And what I love about you as well is that you well balanced in that. I've never told you, so I don't know socially, but what I've seen from what you give off within all your profile pictures, and I know you went live yesterday as well on Facebook, yes. Which is very important, because sometimes you're not controlling yourself, things happen, and then it controls you. And that's such an
lose yourself. Yes.
And then you started with funny videos. I'm gonna bring it up. It's bound to come up.
Someone was doing our homework.
I have to be professional, man. I have to be professional. So you started with videos. You're a teacher. You're an artist. I'm not gonna say a performer because that's a different. Performing is just a byproduct of your craft. How did you get into music? How did you get into it?
I've always been, I won't say I've had a musical ear, more I've had a musical heart, if that makes sense. A musical heart. It always came down to, like different genres. It didn't matter whether it was pop, whether it was rock, whether it was hip hop, whether it was rap, whether it was, R&B, gospel. I've always had, this love for music. And then I suppose it just became a matter of, wanting to also not just listen to music, but rather wanting to create. So that was, there was like a journey that, started in high school already, where me and my brother started this rap collective. At the time it was called Lethal Perception. I love thinking back to it, but yes, it was like growing. I won't call it growing pains, rather just not even a learning, we can call it that, a learning curve. Yes. So then, yes, it did yield some semblance of results. We won a high school talent show for an original song, an original rap song, and then But then, like, after high school, you know, every semblance of music just, I became disillusioned with it, man. You know, understand when you learn to understand the business, and not just that, learning what people like, learning what people love. It comes down to, yes, you are this guy, you know, that you can string words together. You can throw these punchlines out. You can craft. You can create. You can paint pictures with words. Essentially, you can paint pictures with words. But it doesn't matter if, you know, those pictures aren't in people's faces. So that, you know, that was, you know, the disillusionment with music as a whole came in that form. It's like, you know, yeah, I am this rapper. I'm like in first year of varsity, you know. I'm like, I had to choose, or I won't say I had to choose. More a matter of, you know, it just didn't make sense to me. Get me? So it's like.
So let me ask you this question. It says you are 25. Are you really 25?
Yep. How old do I look?
Okay. I'm not gonna comment on that one. I might get in trouble. Someone might be screenshotting this,
No, I
and
won't
then
be.
they
I
go
won't be.
hungry.
I won't let you. Yeah, I'm 25. I'm 25. Don't be confused by the the face carpet fool you.
Yeah, I think I should post you some beard oil, to be honest. I was thinking about that. I run a beard oil business, so I think I'll pop
I saw that. I saw that. I thought to myself, if this girl plugs that beard, if she plugs that beard oil, now I'm gonna have a drink tonight. So
like,
yeah, guess who's getting drunk?
Yeah, so I think I'll pop your bottle, you know? I'll do that.
Perfect. Send it through. I'm always open to this.
We'll make it happen. I'll try and get it to you this weekend, actually. But anyway, people know you. Like now, I didn't know how deep you are because you're actually a deep brother. To say all these things, especially the name with you and your bro and stuff, where you guys started. People know you on stage as this performer, the beard guy, the cap, you know, straight out of Reiger Park, you know, the brand. Like, what don't they know? Huh?
I'm saying, hey, I'm missing that cap right now.
Yeah, we see you. We see what you do. We see what you wear. We see whatever you do actually, because you're a brand now, more than a performer. But project wise, I read up that you want to perform with Biggie, Early B. I know you just released another song now. Like, what are you planning? Some of the behind the scenes for your supporters and the guys that follow you, loyal supporters, you know.
Some of them for the loyal fans. The loyal fans know. Like I release a visual every week. I release a music video every week, in fact. So it's there's this ongoing project that I have, you know, where I essentially remix other songs out there, you know, either famous songs or, you know, not so famous songs, you know, across all genres, across all continents. I won't say all continents, but you know, I try to keep it as local as possible, but at the same time, I've remixed your Tupacs, I've remixed your Young Mars, I've remixed okay, I haven't done Drake yet, but yeah. And then also, you know, I've also remixed Amapiano songs, and with that, you know, I've created this visual series. I call it C Style Fridays. Every Friday, a visual drops. Every Friday. But that's the ongoing project, you know. That's ongoing. I wouldn't necessarily call it, you know, a heavy project per se or a heavy ongoing project, but you know, it's ongoing. It's ongoing. But right about now comes time for. Now I need to start branching out. So I need to now start getting my name on as many things as possible, getting my face on as many things as possible. So that's essentially the plan now. It's, you know, that's why, you know, like I made it clear, my intentions are there. if I can work with Early B, with Youngster, with Biggie, with Lofi, you know, those guys, legends, not just in rap, but, you know, especially guys like Early B, you know, guys like Biggie, guys like Lofi, you know, guys that are big in Afrikaans. You know, that, but it's essentially that. I want to be able to take Afrikaans music to a point where, you know, it's never gone before. Because for many, like even for me growing up, it's like, you know, I could jam to it. I could jam to these Afrikaans treffers, if you want to call it. I could jam to it, you know, I could jam to it, but it was never mainstream. It was never seen as mainstream. It's always been this niche thing. But now if you can take a genre as mainstream as Amapiano, you add the Afrikaans element to it, you know, that's it. That's essentially that.
And you did it so well with Visa Did you expect it? Excuse me. Did you expect it to go viral? I know artists, you know, they put in the craft, they put in the studio time, they put in the edits, they change their mind, you know, they sleep on it. They're like, would it actually be big? It is a possibility that it could go even bigger. I mean, if we use Master KG with Jerusalem, I'm sure he was just being nationwide and getting his royalties and playing on all the radio stations. Now you had so many streams from the song, and especially from the cohesion that you said between Apiano and the Afrikaans. And because of that collaboration in your head, you put it on a track and you put it out there, which is ultimately a risk, which we listeners don't understand from a musical point of view. You put out your work because at the same time, there's the element of vulnerability. There's the element of trusting your own craft. There's the element of also pray to God that it's going to work, you know? And then
there's also one thing you forgot to mention. There's also an element of arrogance.
Oh, yeah.
There's an element of arrogance. That's that we cannot forget that. But what that, you know, it's I'd say it kind of played in my favor because I've always been a person that doesn't give a F about people's opinions, personally. But at the same time, it's now it's like it's no longer like, you know, like the comedy videos. It doesn't have that, you know, that where people are like, you know, like where you entertaining a certain sect of people that understand humor, people that understand timing, people that understand, you know, that understand jokes. Now essentially you put out something that transcends language. Although it's an Afrikaans track, you put out something that transcends language. That's it. That's essentially that music. That's music. That is music. Music transcends language. So now with that comes that bigger risk, comes that like now all of a sudden, now the old people in your community start looking at you like, snap, what? Now you have this big responsibility on your shoulders. Because now it's you're no longer just entertaining us. You're no longer just entertaining, you know, us adults. Now it's the kids.
And I remember I was on your Facebook Live when you said thank you to everyone who streamed, who shared, and you literally like put that up on the camera saying this is ours. And that's a bigger picture because now we felt a part of that project, although you guys took the time to make it happen. But now as much as it's owned by you, we as a community take ownership in also sharing it.
It's not, making like I always say, that's been my musical philosophy. The music does not belong to me. It doesn't belong to me. Like legit, that is why, you know, my songs go out on free release. That's it. Yes, it is on digital platforms for those that would like to support, you know. But I'm about giving. The music is not mine. It does not belong to me. I'm essentially taking whatever is here, I'm bringing it here to my heart, right? Channeling it via my voice and giving the people what they want.
And what was beautiful about this track or this project was that the perception of Reiger Park, if we be accurate about it and be real about it, like there's a stigma that came with Reiger Park. You've just projected such a different perception. Not only the environment and the people, they respect the name now. They respect Reiger Park. And how do you feel about that? You've been such a pivotal role in that, not only for now, for the different generations to come. Because you think exactly, you know, how do you feel about that? Like that is huge.
I feel it's only the first step now. Now, like essentially, I've kicked that door down. I've kicked that door down. Now it comes time for everyone from Reiger Park, you know, to start to not just follow the example, but go and set examples of their own. That's essentially that. That's essentially the way I see it. I don't see myself as a leader. I see myself as the person that showed what's possible. So now leaders can step up. That's it. That's essentially the way I see
it. And then let's be real. You teaching, right? As much as musically you have a sphere of influence, you also have a sphere of influence with education, if you make it realistic. You know? Definitely. How do you segment or what's that big word? Compartmentalize. There we go. The two, like how do you do it? Like how do you get that balance?
It's simple. It's, you know, I hate to say it, but you know, you've got to wear a mask in the classroom. Like I've, you know, like legit, like when I got like this year, especially like this year, I had to now really, you know, like really set boundaries with these learners, you know, to let them know, look here, okay, cool. If you get me outside the school and you want to get excited, you want to take a photo, you want to be, you know, you want to spend time with your idol, fine, come to me, come fetch your hug, come fetch your photo, no problem. But the moment I enter that classroom, I'm no longer Mr. C. I'm no longer Vice-Kantus D. I'm your teacher. I'm your educator. I'm the person that needs to make sure that whatever, or that needs to make sure that when you hear, you're getting the proper education that you need. That's essentially that. And you know, I make it clear. That's about it. So it really comes down to communication. Communication is the best way.
And also making that pivotal difference to say, I'm not the same person that you see outside. I'm definitely in my working
most definitely
environment.
Most definitely.
You know,
so it's you know, it's character creation. It's I kind of played on that in my last music video on Netsu.
Yeah.
If you checked it out, so that was essentially the. So like that was, you know, that was essentially that you know, that part of it. But it's like now, like that's the best way I can describe it. So it's just two sides fighting against each other. So you know, as much as I, you know, want to be, you know, want these kids to just run wild, and there's a certain responsibility, there's a certain expectation, there's a certain level of conscientiousness that you need to have.
I have to say, you have a lot on your shoulders. That is a lot to carry on your shoulders, you know, as a groundbreaker within the Afrikaans industry. And I think also creating your own trail. You know, obviously you've used Early B, Lofi as a point of reference, but I mean to create your own trail. That is massive, as well as educating young people that always use you as a reference of that sir taught me that. You know, I had an English teacher that I didn't have the best English. You know, I did my orals. I was very timid. I did my orals in second break. You know, he allowed me to do that. I was shy to do it in front of the class. And like, I'll never forget that. I'll never forget Mr. Field. You know, if ever I see Mr. Fielder get hold of him, it's because of that man. And I'm sure there's one student there that looks up to you to say, look, if my teacher can be intellectually capable to achieve what he can and balance out the music, I can do it too. You know, and that's a lot to carry, which I think God has literally given you the grace and the capacity to do so.
Most definite, most definite. That's, you know, that's the one aspect, you know, that you cannot neglect. The simple fact that, you know, the simple fact that God is out there, God is, you know, God is using people. That's it. And if you can have, if he can use me, he can use anyone.
Lofi's actually on here, so I don't know if you want to say hello to him. Friendo!
Lofi! Lofi!
Friend, what I'm
saying, bro.
Make it happen, friend. Make it happen. Then
make it happen.
I want to ask you this. I like to ask all the artists this. Like, do you have any encouraging words? I'm going to take these guys' questions because I don't want to take much of your time anyway. Yeah. Encouraging words for those guys that look up to you. Like, what do you have to say? Like, they want to be the next out of Reiger Park. You know, they want to be the next Mr. Meneer C.
The best thing I can say is, you know, it's easy to tell people now not to care about others' opinions, or not to, you know, not to listen to what others say, or not to listen to negativity. But I mean, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna get under your skin. It's gonna, you know, it's gonna, because sometimes people's negativity is, it's just plain concern. It's legitimate concern. They haven't seen any kind of result, but, or they don't want you to go in the rest. They don't want to see you fall flat on your face. It's essentially that. So the best way that I could work around that is simple. This thing you have to quiet. You have to let your actions do the talking. Essentially that. Never count your chickens before they hatch. Never. So let the moves do the talking. Let the moves do the talking. And afterwards, then you explain to the lovely young interviewer how you managed to get 2 Mr. C's in one frame. That's the best advice.
So the first important key is zip your mouth. Don't give premature information out.
Yes.
And then expose it when your actions have spoken, and you might get a next interview with someone. I actually need to get you on air. I need to set it up. I need to get you on radio after this.
I'm jotting it down now. You just give the date.
Yes, I'll speak to Dio. So we can slot it in your calendar and mine. Wow. Really, we should get you on air. And I'll try and get that song as well. We'll make it happen for BFM. Then, your social media handles. Where do we find you?
Social media handles. You can get. I'm very active on Facebook. I have like 3 accounts. I have 3 accounts. Meneer C, right? C with 2 E's, please, guys. But I'm sure you're gonna link it anyway. But Meneer C, that's my 3 Facebook accounts. Then there's also a page, Meneer C. Like, follow the page. That's where I post my content. I post every week a new music video. And then also, you can check out Instagram here at Meneer_C. TikTok, important. TikTok at Meneer_C. Follow me, guys. Every week for my loyal followers, I twerk. So yeah, you have to go and yeah. Oh God, don't let me not discourage people from following. But yeah, guys, I try my hardest with my 2 left feet. Fine. That's my TikTok, and then YouTube, Meneer C. Just like it. Every week, new video gets dropped there on the YouTube.
Okay, I'm gonna subscribe to your YouTube channel. I know I follow you everywhere, but I don't know about
notification. Hit the bell notification. Take a day off and catch up with all of this content. It's waiting for you, Nadine.
I have to. Okay, let me read what your fans have to say. And questions if they ask, I always do that. That's very important. Uncle Finance _ says donkey. Meneer C. Kevin Myfield all the way in America says hello. Jeff Peter, one of the listeners as well.
Oh yes.
Kevin says happy birthday. Dope.
Yes.
Shadian says aware Mr. C. Copper from Joburg says Mr. Gold. Love it. Hey Copper. Danko, lekker J. Yeah, that's fun. I just want to see the questions for you.
Like big question. It was like one big question. Or one big. Every time I try to click on it, it like disappears. Let's see. Every time, Meneer C, this is me, D. Every time my son scores havoc and I want to disown them, I sing a track posing that question. This fantasy. I'm glad the song has also some positive implications on it as well. The lyrical content though. So yeah, most definite. Kick them out.
I saw a comment that says you walk funny at school. So that means they're at your school? Does that mean they're also a student? Or they just checking you out?
It might be students, because this. No, but my walk is iconic. I ain't gonna that walk.
Also, they say, hi, Meneer C. I'm the biggest fan. Love it. Amen, okay, amen. Cool. I want to say thank you for. I'm gonna bring it home, especially from a person of color that's also trying to change the narrative. You know, I think you can see by what I do as well, which it's still, I know where my roots are, but I want to change the narrative and I want to change the perception. I want to change the way people see us. And it's beautiful to see you do it in your craft. And I'm so glad that the level of excellence that you put out there is attainable for the next person. And you also not compromising that level of excellence is beautiful to witness, you know. So it's an honor actually interviewing you today. I still owe you a radio interview and beard oil. I'm keeping myself accountable for that. But I want to say thank you for not quitting, you know, in most of the time, because I know most of this is not mandatory financially. You have to first push it, you know, do some free work, do some collaborations, see how it works, put in your own money to make these projects work, and then only reap it later. You know, so it's so beautiful to know that this is just the start of what is about to come. And I'm so privileged to actually have this interview with you. So thank you for not underestimating your craft. Thank you for not neglecting your gift. Thank you for not compromising on your standard of excellence. And thank you for being authentic. That is so beautiful. Thank you so much for being authentic in what you do. And not putting an expected outcome, but being authentic with excellence. So that's what I want to say. Thank you. I'm a fan, you know that. I'm on almost every live that you have. I was even on the one yesterday. I was like, he's going to be interviewed tomorrow. Okay, guys. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Nadine, I just want to say thank you for having me. Thank you for, you know, putting the time and effort into your craft. And not just into your craft, but into every person that you interview. To every person, you know, for putting that time and effort into and realizing, you know, that it's not just the star on the other side of the phone. It's not just a rapper, a celeb, you know, a singer, a dancer. It's a person. So yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for that.
I honor you. I'll keep in touch with Dio to set up that radio interview. And of course, I'll need details where to post and deliver your beard oil, and we'll make it happen.
Definitely. Have a lovely one.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a good one.
Bye.
Sure. Bye. That was Meneer C. His real name is Dalmaine, and we know him from the track Visse Kind Is Die, straight out of Reiger Park. He's also known for the song Cease. Jou verhouding, money buys a knee, and he just gave us a glimpse of his world Mr. C, Triple C, as he says. So check out all of his profiles, as well as his social media. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. And then next week, I'll have Edgar. Do follow me, subscribe as well. And next week, I speak to an amazing bassist. He just launched his album, and his name is Edgar. Keep safe. God bless. Do not forget that a flexible person is never bent out of shape. Nadine's Corner. It's where it's happening. Bye, guys.